Hey guys, it is Goose here. Just before we get into today's episode of ERC Weekly, I just wanted to say a big massive thank you to absolutely everyone who has been watching International Paddock over the past year. It's been a dream of mine for a long time to have a dedicated streaming service for all of coverage from ERC all the way through to other racing leagues that we want to support. It's been a massive success and we can't wait to keep providing quality content for you guys in the coming months and to see how you guys enjoy it. Also, we do have a poll out there for merchandise that we are ready to start selling very soon. I'm actually going to be making the merchandise myself. Yes, forgive me. I will be a novice, but I want to do this correctly and I want to do this right for you guys. At least you know it's coming straight from me, it's coming straight from the source, and you can complain directly to me if you don't like it. So I guess that works. Make sure you tell me exactly what you want. The link for that will be shown in the chat tonight for that poll if you want to find out more about any of the merch that we're willing to provide to you. And if you have any ideas for us, make sure to add that in the box below as well in the other section. And yeah, on tonight's episode we have the one and only ERCX, so joining us in as team manager for tonight. And also we have, as the driver of the week, we do have ERC Shaggy as well to jump into the chat. We all like to hear from Shaggy from time to time. So he'll be there to give his point of view and to discuss how the first few races have gone from him. So please stay tuned for most of that tonight as well. Anyway, I'm going to get back to editing and doing other bits and pieces before I head off to work. And I'll see you all again tonight. Hey, and before I go, I just thought I would let you know that this episode is brought to you in partnership with ERC. If you haven't seen any of their racing and what we're talking about tonight, it's brought to you live on this channel or for the ERC managers on every Wednesday at 8 PM and also on International Paddock Extra for ERC 100 on a Thursday and ERC Masters live with myself and my lovely co-host Mike Wallace, who will be joining us tonight as well. He will be there every Sunday with myself for ERC Masters at 8 PM live on this channel. If you like to see more of that content, hit that follow button and we'll see you all there as it happens live on International Paddock. Don't be a square. Enjoy the podcast.
Looks like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in, everybody. This is ERC Weekly. This is our very first episode of this. I just want to say a massive thank you for everyone who wanted this, because it is bloody 20 to 11 at night, and we're here. We're here right now. I'm joined by my lovely co-host tonight, Mr. Mike Wallace. How are you, Mike?
Good evening. I'm very well, thank you very much.
I just dragged him out of his bed to do this.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I did.
I heard it.
Yeah, see, we're on phone,
heard
boy, and he was still in his bed after his race. Must have really tired him.
I'm not surprised that Exo heard it with them ears.
Oh, Jesus. And also,
You know
we're
what?
joined.
That's actually a story, right? So when I was born, right, I did have some. I could pick up an extra few stations with my ear, and my mother took plasters, and she taped my ears back, and now they're not so wide. So
When you take the plasters, when you take the plasters off.
No, they're off. They're off. They've been off for a while.
Exo, son of Dumbo. Sorry.
Poor Exo is getting absolutely rumbasted tonight, and I love this. Well, as you've already heard, chat, we've got the one and only ERC Exo in the chat with us tonight. He's our team manager of choice. And also tonight as well, we have Mr. Shaggy, ERC Shaggy, who was voted by the comms team as the most improved driver last season, and also the best driver of last season, I think, just out of the results and everything that he seemed to pull out of his arse all the time. Yeah, he is a very, very successful driver, and we definitely, it was a target for us to get on the podcast. I'm going to try and get the camera on for you guys, so you can kind of get to see me, so you've got something to look at, whether it's nice or not. But
We want viewers coming in, not scaring off.
Right, like, you listen here, boy. He's starting on me already. So we got a couple of questions for these guys tonight, because I think it's sort of hot topic this season about team owners and drivers, especially with budget caps. So we wanted to try and touch on and find out how teams are getting on with everything. Especially tonight, we're focusing on ERC Masters. Trying to get a little bit of more information behind that. But yeah, we'll get into the questions. I've got a list of questions here just to fire away. But I think, first of all, I don't know if Mike's got his list of small questions that he was going to fire at you to warm you up.
Small questions?
No, you got small ones, because your small ones. Just your small ones, not your big ones.
Right, well, what it is, it's sort of like just 10 questions. You can remember what I used to do on the managers' interviews? Quick fire questions.
Yes.
So, who wants to go first?
Shaggy.
Age or beauty?
You nominated him to go first.
That was quick, wasn't it?
It was age. The question was age or beauty first. So what we're doing?
I'll go beauty. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So if beauty's first, you're last. Right.
Yeah.
Right then, Shaggy. We'll start off with what is? Can you remember your greatest racing moment?
God.
It is a quick fire question.
Yeah, sorry. I'll go Vegas. The one at
Cue
Vegas.
the countdown music.
That's the good one.
Is that in the 100?
Managers.
Was it the 100?
Oh, managers.
Vegas,
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
That was good.
Vela or Alex?
I'll be nice. I'll say Alex.
Good lad. What's your favourite holiday destination?
I'm going to say Ibiza. I'm going there this summer. So I'll say that one.
On your own?
On his own.
No, I'm going with family and a couple of mates.
Now that doesn't seem like a very enjoyable time for going to Ibiza, Shaggy. You might have to tell us and fill us in on that.
Well, my next question was...
I'm getting a few nights out of my mates.
Ah, right, okay.
So,
because my next question was how many condoms are you taking, right? But if your mum's going, you won't be going taking them, will you? Right. Pizza or
I'll stash
kebab?
a couple. Depends if I've been drinking. I'll say pizza.
Favourite pizza?
I'll go margarita. I'm a bit of a fussy eater, so.
Oh, fair enough.
What's your favourite drink?
Vodka Red Bull.
Dying while still in alive.
Who-
I love that.
If you had a choice, who would your ideal teammate be? Past or present?
I'll go EXO, the one I've got now. I'll be nice.
Oh, you
Aw.
re- oh,
You're sucking up to your team boss there. That's what this is.
my God. One of the rules of this chat was be truthful. Come on. Right
You
then.
have to sneak in a little lie sometimes, mate.
What's your favourite track to drive on?
Emily. Well,
Really?
I thought you were going to say Vegas then. We're winning one there.
no, Vegas. I got lucky on Vegas, mate.
All
Yeah,
right.
everyone gets lucky on
Favourite
that
film? Favourite film?
I'll say Home Alone.
Home Alone. That's an interesting pick.
Always watch that at Christmas, mate.
Yeah.
Christmas tradition.
If I asked 1,000 people what your favourite film was, none of them would say Home Alone,
None.
would they?
No.
I've got a couple more.
Yeah.
Lando or George?
Wanda.
And who is the GOAT of F1? Who's the best driver ever?
Ever? Oof, God. Got to be Michael Schumacher.
Okay.
You know, this
That's
guy's
your-
just
that's-
he's just
that's your-
getting stocks in my book
Yeah.
with every answer he gives.
He's literally sitting there and he's like, I'm just gonna go and have a look at Wikipedia here. And that's why it's taking him so long.
It's like an episode of what's that program from years ago? Family Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, half of them questions you got there.
The one question you got right was it the Vailer Alex one? And he went
Yeah.
Alex. I was like, yeah, Michael, love you for that.
Yeah. Right then, Rudolph, you ready?
I am always ready.
Right, best racing moment.
Oh, would have been winning the season, the 100 at Hungary. Season 10, I think, was a season 10 final.
Believe so, yeah.
Winning that race. Yeah, was a really good race. Really good season. And to cap it off on that track was stunning.
Great stuff. I like that one. Better than Shaggy's answer. If you're watching rugby union, Scotland and England were playing, who would you be supporting?
Scotland.
Good lads. Get in the boys.
Yeah.
Favourite holiday
I've
destination?
only shouted once for England, and that was when they played against Ireland the other day.
Fair enough.
That is it. Okay, next.
Holiday destination.
Bushveld, all the way, man.
Where's that?
No better. It's the bush. It's in South Africa. It's when you go hunting, stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right, got
my.
you.
Love that.
That's
I would love to do that. I would honestly, I'd love to do that.
I take my shotgun.
Hey, what? Are you a pizza or a kebab man?
pizza.
What's your favourite topping?
Oh, pineapple.
Oh, mate.
Oh, you know something? I respect that. I respect
You
that.
don't put pineapple
I
on
actually do
pizzas.
like a pineapple on a pizza. It's a different flavour. It goes well with the cheese and it goes well with the tomato. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Must be you Scottish people.
Nah, we like haggis instead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Haggis
Favourite
pizza.
alcoholic drink?
Captain Morgan rum with Coke.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Morgan's
Yeah,
a
I'll
Coke.
do that. I'll do that.
My mum likes that drink. I'll tell you, I don't.
Ideal teammate if you had the choice.
Well, look, I picked Shaggy, so I have to say Shaggy. I've actually wanted to be a teammate with him for ages now. Yeah, I want to see him in a top car. So that was an ideal time for me to get him as my teammate. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Favourite track to drive on?
And Hungary. I love
Yeah.
Hungary. It's
We do, don't we, Andrew?
such a
Well,
it's such a technical track, man.
there's 3 tracks that we would pick out of any tracks to see like week in, week out, and we just love them. It's Bahrain, Imola, and Hungary. They're the 3 tracks that all of us comms guys can agree on that are just amazing for racing. I mean, you saw the race on Sunday at Bahrain. It's just awesome.
Oh.
And the races that like ERC's had around Imola, they just top it off. You know, it's like we have such a good time in the comms box at Imola because we just make fun of the corner names, and it's just great. You know, and you know nothing can top Hungary for just its technicality and how fucking awesome it is. You know, it's just an awesome track. So.
Thought
No,
this was my bit. This was my part of the show.
Right, okay. You know what? I'll just disappear.
All right, go feed your fish. Apart from Home Alone, what's your favourite film?
It's Armageddon. I love Armageddon.
Yeah, forgot about that one, didn't you, Shaggy?
Yeah.
I did. I thought there were a couple more after I said Home Alone, to be fair.
You could get the piss taken out of you, Shaggy, tell you.
I can't wait to see the chat tomorrow morning when people are watching this.
Right. Ludolf, Lando or George?
Lando.
Yes, get in, son.
And favourite F1 driver of all time?
Favorite driver of all time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird one, but it will have to be Hakkinen.
All right, no, I respect
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Good choice, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good
it
choice.
was the 98, 99 seasons was just amazing. You know, I love McLaren, love the team, and since I started watching Formula One back in '94, I was a fan of McLaren. Obviously, my dad was a fan of McLaren, so it was just passed on. But Hakkinen was just, I love the guy. So, no, good racer.
Have you always been an F1 fan then, Ludolf? When
Yes.
you were a kid, like, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I started watching in '94. So I was, about 7 years old back then.
No, you were about 30 then, weren't you?
No, luckily not. Luckily
No, that
not.
was you, Mike. I think you're getting confused.
Well, that's my quick 5 questions all over and done with. So
Perfect. That's warmed everybody
your
up, I think, and we've got some very hot topics to talk about next time we have you here. But yeah, we'll fire on with the questions. So guys, we're going to start with the team owner first, and we're just going to fire through because we got some very hot off the press conversation to have here, and I'm sure the inside will have a lot of fun with this as well. So we'll get into this. So we've got questions for you, X. So we'll start with the top one. Obviously, you're a team owner this year. How do you feel you're managing your budget so far? We'll just get the big hard one out.
Are we talking about managers or masters?
We'll talk about masters first, just because that's the one we want to know about.
I think I might have overpaid for the team a little bit, but I really wanted the Red Bull, so I did. I think I overpaid a little bit, but if me and Shaggy race the rest of the season, I think we'll be fine. Scar hurt us on the first race when he left, because he cost me just with the reserve fee and his DNF. That's 30k, and then he got a penalty as well, which cost me a fair bit as well. So he was quite an expensive chance that I took at a reserve there.
And you know what's worse is the fact that he chose Monaco as the first track, and
Yes.
he races it and he
DNF.
crashes out in your car as
In a
reserve.
Red Bull.
Like,
In a fucking Red Bull.
how pathetic is that? Phil, get your act together.
Yes. So it hurt us a bit. But I think if me and Shaggy stick around, we here the whole season, then I should be fine.
Hell yeah. Awesome, I like
good,
that.
good.
When it comes down to things, so like, do you think that you'll be able to make some budget back with some good results?
Well, we don't get budget back. Obviously, in terms of the budget cap, we don't get anything back.
Mm.
It's just a limit on what we can spend. But I think between me and Shaggy, man, we're a very well balanced team, um, and we'll have good results throughout the season. And yeah, I think we'll definitely I think from a value perspective, we'll definitely make money
Yeah,
for my
definitely.
team.
Awesome.
So yes,
So an expensive gamble, but you think it'll pay off.
yes, no,
Awesome.
definitely.
I like that, definitely. So we'll go on. We'll go on to one directed at you as a driver here. Um,
Okay.
Last season you were known to be a driver you didn't want to be one behind you for the right reasons. Do you think that you're capable of exerting the same pressure on the Top Guns this season as the last?
I'm not sure. I hope so. Look, I don't. If I qualify, yes, I'll be up there. If I don't, I think my best finishing chances would be fourth, fifth, maybe. Um, if you throw in a safety car, then it helps me out when I start at the back. Um, Without a safety car, I think sixth, seventh is a respectable place for me to finish, to be
Awesome.
quite honest.
So like you've got a sort of space in mind of where you roughly want to be
Yes.
on the
Yeah,
grid.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm targeting fifth for CRP every race. That's what I'm trying to hit.
Awesome. No, that's
Um,
good.
It's good. It's good. I'm quite interested in that actually.
Because
yeah,
that's using your initiative in your brain there to figure out exactly where you need to be to keep your seat. I think that's very good actually.
yeah.
And Steele's in the chat. Thank you very much for the subscription, sir. And Rookie's also in the chat. He didn't know we
Ricky
were live.
Cookie.
I don't think we talked about this much to be honest, but we'll do better for the next one. Got another one for you because obviously this is touching similar on what we've previously discussed, but I think it works perfectly. So Red Bull is known as the best car on the grid in F123. Do you think
hmm
the driver pairing lives up to that expectation?
Look, yes. I think it's a bit early to ask that question. To be quite honest, we're only two races into the season. Um, I've got the two most experienced ERC drivers in the Red Bull. Um, it's between both me and Shaggy there. So I don't see us winning too many races, but I think from a team perspective, we're going to do exactly what we need to do to win the constructors.
100%. Yeah, but I think
Yes.
if you just keep the momentum going and seeing how you go, I'm sure you'll manage something at the end of the year, whether you're fighting for that championship or if you see where it's at. I mean, I'm assuming you don't expect to be getting drivers champion.
Well, it doesn't. It's like I said, it's a bit early now to say it. The fact that Shaggy missed the first race in Monaco and the game DNF me, that makes life very hard to actually challenge for the drivers' championship.
Yeah.
If you don't score points in one race, um, but nothing is. A lot of the drivers got DNF in the first race, and Bird missed um, Bahrain.
Yeah.
So I think I think it's a long season. I think with the changes that we brought in, um, it's going to be very interesting to see how with the grid being leveled out a little bit, it's
Mm.
going to be very interesting to see how things play out over the season. But I think yeah, race seven, race eight, we'll know if one of us are in a position to win the drivers' championship. Um, and obviously, if we are at that stage and one of us is, then I'm pretty sure we'll work as a team together to help the other one
Yeah, 100%.
achieve it.
That's how it should
I
be,
mean,
I think.
to me, looking at the teams and everything, there isn't really a team that stands out. And
No,
obviously, there's quite a few DNFs at Monaco. But
yes,
in the constructors, you finish sixth and seventh. You know, respect Shaggy sixth and yourself seventh, and
yeah,
you shot up to fourth. But this is unofficially though. This is my working out. You've
yes,
uh, you've gone from joint last place in constructors up to up to fourth.
No, it is. It's, I think what you'll see with most of the teams are they've got one really good driver and one driver that's not as good. Whereas me and Shaggy, we are very mid-tier, all of both of us, right? Um, so I'm banking on it that my strategy with when I thought about getting Shaggy in was all the top drivers are going to be battling each other hard, and some of them are going to miss out on points every now and again because of the battling that they're going to have. And the second driver will not beat me or Shaggy. So we're just gonna hit our fourth to eighth. That's our bracket that I'm aiming us to hit in. And if we do that, we will win this championship.
All right.
Because the other teams won't have the consistency that we have.
Yeah, because that touches on my next point there. So obviously on Sunday, not the most amazing result for yourself,
Well,
but the Red
I'd
Bull
argue.
team. Yeah, I mean, going on previous conversations, I know you like to finish in that top 5 position.
Yes. Well, I did come from 16th. So, I mean,
I'm
not
also
that
aware that your
bad.
targets will be relatively, considerable, considering you're in a top car as well.
Yes.
So
It is pretty decent. I think we're around 80 points. I think I really haven't. I can't remember, but it's around 80
89,
points.
89
Well, there you go.
for Shaggy and 71 for yourself.
Well, there you go. So, I'm very confident that we'll hit that. Um, so yeah,
yeah, perfect.
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be me and him the whole season in the Red Bulls. Very confident in that.
Bringing myself onto that, do you expect more from yourself and the team after the performance you've had in Bahrain? Do you think you guys can push higher?
I do think we can. Yes. Um, I think we made it, obviously if I got let's take me for example. While we were battling myself and
Was it Wolf?
Nathan and Wolf,
Mm,
I got tagged from behind by Nathan just after I passed Wolf, which put me back into a battle with Wolf when I lost about 6 seconds in those 2-3 laps that I had to battle him again,
yeah,
um, which cost a lot. And I think from Shaggy's point of view, he might have stayed out on the softs, maybe 2 or 3 laps too long um, in his first stint. So small changes, it's literally just small changes, and he could have been fifth. Um, I didn't get tagged there. I could have been sixth. So, yeah.
yeah. So sort of like it works up together in the sense that everybody has had a good or a bad performance at some point in that race, especially because I think
Yes.
not only did you come from the back and you fought yourself all the way through, which I guess, yeah, and a fun element's good, but and I guess in the early parts of the season, I guess some people wouldn't even think of doing that. They want to get their points out of the way before they start experimenting with starting further down the grid. Obviously, very ballsy strategy, but I know that, like, we all know here that you are capable of that, so we never comment really too much on that.
Yeah.
So, do you reckon if things get tight, you'll continue to do what you've been doing, or will you try and qualify?
It depends on it's track dependent.
Mm,
Um, Tracks like Saudi, I'll probably qualify.
yeah,
Um, it's quite a short run up to turn one, so there's not too much that happens until you're there from the start. The issue with Bahrain is it's just there's too much that can happen in turn one and turn two. Um, and with the damage levels that we have in the game, that it's not worth it for me to either miss my breaking point and hit the guy in front of me, then I've got wing damage and the race is done. Or I anticipate that and the guy behind me hits me and
yeah,
I've got rear wing damage or diffuser damage, or I turn and somebody else drifts into and I've got sidebar damage. It's just too big of a risk for me.
yeah.
Um, so, but on tracks where there's a quite a short run to turn one, like Canada, I might actually qualify.
Hmm.
So it's very track dependent.
less opportunity for someone to smash you up. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a very respectable thing to do. That's all I've got for you, Miss Rex. So I don't know if Mike's got anything ready for you.
Well, not really. I mean, I'm not. I don't know how the budgets actually work with the masters and everything, and I've just obviously learnt for myself that you get fined for penalty points and wings and all that thing. We're not really reading up on the master sort out. It's come quite a surprise for me.
It works exactly the same as managers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I forgot what I was going to ask now.
There you go.
I was building up to it, and I forgot what the question was.
We love that.
I'm blaming Exo for it putting me off my stride.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I can't think now. My head's gone dead. Sorry.
I hope it's not gone dead, Mike. So, all right, we'll call those.
Can't
that line
even
of
Google it,
questioning.
can I?
Yeah.
I can't even Google it, can I?
No, you can't because it's your own brain. It's your own brain. Unless you've got Google
dear.
hooked into your brain like Stephen Hawking. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Thank you very much, Exo. That was pretty good. You answered those questions pretty fairly as well. So, that was good. Shag, you still alive?
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
Yeah,
He's there, Home Alone.
Yeah. I'll let Mike. So Mike's prepared two big questions for you, and I've got 2 or 3 sort of sidebar questions to ask you that not been put in the chat because I was working, but they won't be too
cool.
complicated. So, are you all right? Ready to go?
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah. As Andrew said earlier in the interview, majority of drivers, and obviously us comms rated you as the most improved driver for last season, and one of the best drivers of last season. How did you feel about these remarks, and have you felt any pressure with people saying that about you? Has it brought any pressure onto you this season at all?
Not
Or have
really.
you not really thought about it? You never
I
thought about it until we
but,
reminded you. Till we reminded
yeah.
you.
Obviously, it's
But-
there in like the background type of thing, but I try to do fair battling and stuff on track, and then try to fight for like top 5, top 6, maybe a couple of podiums. I think I
Yeah.
threw away a podium on Sunday, like staying out too long on the softs, and then
On the softs, yeah.
I was stuck behind Sam McKenzie for ages. I had some good battles with him, to be fair. It was class, that was.
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
Yeah.
I think like the strategy calls need to be better instead of like staying out too long.
Yeah.
Well, I think I could have probably got a P3 at Bahrain Sunday.
Yeah.
If I
Brings
wasn't
me on
stuck
to
behind Sam for a while. But
brings me on to my next question regarding strategies and setups. When your team suggests it, obviously you and Exo, when your team suggests a strategy setup, do you try and make it work, or do you have more faith in your own strats and setups? Do you obviously take things on board, but do you feel more comfortable with how you go about your race and other people telling you?
we usually talk before the race, like strategies and stuff, and then talk about it for a bit, see what happens. Safety cars and stuff. So setups. I've got a few setups, but they're like quite old ones.
Yeah,
So
we've had like
we try to do
upgrades,
like,
haven't we, on the game and that?
Yeah. Try to do like some comparisons and then see what works best. Try a few different strategies out in practice and then see what happens. See what
Fair
feels
enough.
good, and then just go for it in the race.
What sort of setup have you got? What are you wheeling your pedals like? What?
Yeah, I'm using Logitech G920 at the minute.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
like to get a Fanatec, but it's expensive, isn't it?
500 odd quid for that whole
Yeah.
setup. So, yeah, I can imagine.
It would be good to have one, but I'll stick with what I've got at the minute.
Well, you're doing all right with it, so
Yeah, man.
in my eyes anyway. But
It's not the equipment
you
that makes
got-
the
have you-
sim racer.
Yeah, going back on Sunday, and obviously you missed Monaco, unfortunately. But is there
Yeah.
anything you'd have done different apart from going in a little bit earlier with your softs, as you mentioned? Is there anything else that you think, oh shit, I should have done that?
Yeah, I should have probably pitted probably like lap 17, 18, something like that. But I was just stuck. I was just trying to stay in DRS with. I think it was Steiner. I think I
Yeah,
was in his DRS, so I was thinking I'll push a bit more, like do 3, 4 laps extra. It didn't really pay off much. Um, I think if I probably got past Sam McKenzie and kept him like 2 second gap or something, I might have been alright. But yeah,
we live and learn,
wrong
don't we?
strategy call. But live and learn, eh?
Yeah, live and learn and everything. But that's it for me. If Andrew's got some more for you,
Yeah, I've just got maybe one or two questions for you, Shags. I mean, let's go back
how
to
many Home
Sunday.
Alones have been made?
Too many to
Uh,
count.
3, aren't they? Is it 2 or 3?
I mean, that's an interesting question. I'm trying to crack my neck at the same time. Got agony. So let's think about. Let's go back to Sunday. Let's get in your mindset for a second. So you're battling with Sam McKenzie, and you're giving him hell for leather. You're trying to do the best you possibly can with the car that's been given to you. Do you
Yep.
think you wasted too much time trying to battle him rather than trying to put pressure on him?
Yeah, I was fuel saving for about 10 laps, so I could have made a few moves, but I was trying fuel save as well. And then I thought the last 2 or 3 laps I'll go for the push. I probably should have done it maybe about 4 or 5 laps before the end.
All right.
But fuel was a bit of a problem, so I
Yeah.
was like lifting and coasting for like 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, we could see you. I mean, for us in the comms box, we just wanted to see you try and get past him because I reckon you would have managed it if you had the fuel. I think Sam McKenzie's a quick driver on his day, but I feel like you may have actually had an opportunity. There was a couple of opportunities that I think almost missed opportunities where you could have just slipped your car alongside him. Do you think back and look at those and you know, I mean, the great thing is that we caught at least 90% of your battle on stream because it was one of the only battles going on at the time. You know, when you look back at everything to do with it, do you feel like you were maybe a little bit too cautious at points?
Yeah, definitely, man. I was watching it back and I was like, could have gone for that there, could have gone for that. But it's one of them things, isn't it?
You live and you
Should have put a
learn.
bit more
Yeah.
fuel in the car. Yeah, I put like 0.8 over on the fuel. I should have probably gone like 1 lap over.
Yeah,
And then I
even if you
probably
just
could have gone for it then.
yeah, like that one extra lap of fuel probably could have given you that boost because you would have been able to push maybe an extra 3 or 4 laps, and that could have potentially got you past him. I mean, but it's you live and you learn from these moments, and you may make that mistake again, but the opportunity now is for you to learn from that and potentially put more fuel in your car for the next battle. So,
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was an absolutely spectacular battle, and one thing that caught my attention as well when you were battling is the level of composure that you had, especially under pressure from behind, as well, because you had a couple of cars chasing you at one point as well to try and get past you after you made your pit stop. Did you feel that? Did you feel anything from behind? Did you feel like your eyes were forward, or did you have your eyes in your mirrors as well?
A bit of both. Sometimes I was just like ways of vision, just looking at the track, and then just like split second look how far behind the car is. But I wasn't too troubled from cars behind much. It was more like try to close gaps a bit. Um, yeah, but after the pit stops, it was just like I was stuck behind Sam for a while, and then end of it Eagle, and that were like 10 seconds in front. So I was like, right, podium's out the way now. Just concentrate on like top 4, top 5.
Definitely. Do you
Well,
reckon?
I want try fighting for some podiums this year. To be fair, mate.
Yeah,
Mm.
awesome.
Especially on a Sunday.
Do you reckon if, obviously you are in the best car at the moment, but let's say hypothetically you don't get the amount of points you need, and that's hypothetical, of course. Would you feel like
Yeah,
your
that'll be
season's done,
a gutting, wouldn't it?
or would you try and see if you can scavenge another high top seat so that you can still fight for the drivers' championship?
Hopefully it doesn't come to it. Hopefully I can get the points for staying in the Red Bull. Hopefully.
Good lad. Good lad.
Good. That's a good answer.
Hopefully.
I like that. No, that's good confidence in yourself as well, because some drivers will probably be shitting themselves when they look at how much points that they've got to still get after round 2, and they've got only another 4 rounds to go before contracts are up for review. So we're hoping for you here, because we wouldn't have called you the most improved driver, the best driver of the season in our opinion, without evidence. You showed yourself in a great light in every race that you competed in, and that's including other championships that you're associated with, that we watch and stream. So I think for us it was very humbling to see Mr. ERC Shaggy pushing, and honestly we were so elated for you when you got your podium last year. It was unreal. Like,
yeah, sick on him.
We were like, oh my god, that he's actually going to do it, because it's the first time in a while that we've had a returning driver like yourself in ERC consistently fighting and improving every year that they drive for ERC, and then eventually gets a podium, or gets the win. It's like out of nowhere. For so long you're fighting in the mid pack. I remember when you came in, you were always sort of in the mid pack. You were finishing about 8th and 10th religiously, and you were a staple in the top 10, but you were struggling to break into that top 5. You would get the odd top 5 performance, and then you just it just clicked for you this year, for last season. And I think it's a good. It was very good, and we were so excited in the comment box, I think, to see you do that. And I remember sitting there and watching it back as well. How excited my voice was when I saw that. I was so happy for you, mate. And even when
thank you.
Even when
You
Mike
shed a
watched it
tear.
back,
You shed a tear.
I did.
Shed a tear. He did.
Something I actually did as well, because I think back. I was thinking back, and I was thinking it like all the successes of previous ERC drivers, and like where they came from and where they are now, and then looking at someone who's religiously raced in ERC and has been fighting so hard for tooth and nail through every issue in the world, and then they finally get that. It was so heartwarming, and I enjoyed it for you, mate. Whether you enjoyed it or not, whether you had a beer after, I certainly did, because I'll tell you, it was a sight to behold. And I think that was the main reason you've got the seat you're in now. I'll say that now. I think that performance really sealed it for Exo. I don't know. I can't really speak for him. He's sitting here in the party right now. No.
Look, like I said, I've always wanted to be in a team with Shaggy. I've always thought that he would do well in a top team. But yes, that win at Vegas really showed a performance. So cool. So he can get a performance if he gets in the right positions.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you've done very well in taking him on board, and you can wear that badge with pride, Shaggy. And hopefully we see some more podiums from you this season, and we get something out of it, guys. I think we're gonna call it there, because it is 11:20 at night.
Can I just interrupt for you?
Yeah.
You call off. I mean, the good thing for Exo as well, with having Shaggy in his team, he can obviously learn a lot from Shaggy, can't he?
Yeah, of course. You always learn.
That was meant to be funny.
No, definitely. Well,
think
he
Exo's
is the
fault.
most experienced driver in ERC, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
definitely something to learn. Yeah.
Definitely, and I think that's something to take.
And I've actually met him as well. I've actually met the lad.
Good.
We'll
There
meet
you go.
again soon. We'll sort something
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
We will. We will,
Well-
mate. Can't wait.
Lads, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on ERC Weekly, and I hope you guys enjoyed being here with us.
Yeah,
man.
they'll go down in
Awesome.
history, won't they? First people on.
On ERC Weekly. Hopefully this continues.
Perfect.
We'll be back
Yeah.
again next week, probably at the same time. Two different people, probably looking at a completely different series. To be honest, we focus primarily on ERC Masters tonight because of the performance that was shown at the weekend there, as to be from Shaggy being absolutely phenomenal with his attacking and defensive driving. So hopefully we see some more action tomorrow live here on International Paddock as we take to the streets of where are we driving tomorrow, Michael? Tell me.
We're in Canada.
Yeah,
Correct. Well
streets
done.
of Montreal. We're at the
Gonna be a tough one, boys.
wow. We
Yeah,
love the
it
World
always
Champ.
is.
Playing Racing Points is going to be.
It's going to be hard.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a big one tomorrow, mate.
That's
I
going to
Probably
be
a few
remember-
penalties, I think.
I remember last time we raced at Canada, I think in the Managers League, me and Shaggy came together.
Yeah, and I
And,
lost my seat.
He lost his seat. So-
Oh,
It was all a plan. It was all a plan, chat. It was all a plan. He was doing it. He planted the seed.
So, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Definitely.
I think I lost my seat and I didn't get another race for like 7 races, I think. So we'll stay away
Oh,
from each other
man.
tomorrow.
Sounds good.
You-
Sounds good.
just watch you don't steal one of your setups to win the championship, Ludo.
Yeah.
Now, I'm
Oh.
giving him my setups now for free. He doesn't have to go steal them even.
He doesn't even have to think
So-
about espionage.
No.
He just does
No.
them. Really. He's like, "Oh, can I borrow your setup, EXO?" And you just actually give them to him, and he's like secretly
Yep.
selling them on the side for cheap. A bit of extra cash
No,
to
no.
go into
Top
to go
secret.
towards. Yeah, top secret is it? I'm sure I saw your Monaco setups, EXO on the interweb. But also
Is it?
that could have been a very explicit website, but I was really drunk. So anyway,
Sounds good.
yeah,
Cheers,
you can catch us live again tomorrow at 8 p.m. here on International Paddock for ERC Managers, and you'll also be able to catch us again on Thursday night at 8 p.m. on In Paddock Extra and Casper will be there with Mr. Angelo as usual, and then once again me and Mike will be in the comms box for ERC Masters as we take on the final race in Canada, 8 p.m. live on this channel. Guys, thank you very much for watching the very first
Cool.
episode of ERC Weekly. We're going to be back again with this very soon. We'll give you more information on when the next one will be live. But this one will go straight on YouTube as soon as it can possibly can, so you guys can watch it wherever you want. It's been a pleasure being joined by Mr. EXO and Shaggy tonight.
Thanks, guys.
It was a late
It
night.
is.
It was a late night call.
Start at the bottom, we'll work our way up with him, eh, Andrew?
Oh yes,
That's
we've got
the
to.
way it
Oh.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
No, good luck for the season, lads.
Yeah,
And I
take
mean
care,
that.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We hope to see you
Cheers,
again
guys.
after your phenomenal season win.
Cool. Bye.
So,
I'll see you
Good
next
night.
week then.
yeah. This could
Good
be
lad,
just a
Shaggy,
Shaggy
good lad.
podcast. This is what this could be, chat. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you again very soon. I've been Andrew Gatt, and I was joined tonight by my wonderful co-host Mike Wallace, who I dragged out of bed to do this with. And a big thank you to our special guests, ERC EXO and ERC Shaggy. We'll catch you again very soon. Good night and God bless.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Good night. Good night.